It's time now for the Matt Mumme Air Raid on WEL Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The Matt Mumme Air Raid is brought to you in part by LaGrange Toyota. Now live to the Idle Hour Pub with your host Greg Hicks and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme.
Wow, what a nice event for a show. Here we're already drinking beer. I'm joking, we're really not. We're having a lot of fun here at the Idle Hour Pub. Welcome to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show. And we're going to host this every Tuesday night from 7:30 to 8. You guys need to come out. Man, we can shoot some pool, we can have some wings, we can hang out, have some burgers. And better yet, we can talk some football with LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme. Welcome, Coach. How's things going with you today?
Hey, it's great to be here, and football season's back, and so I'm sure all the fans are excited. I know as coaches and players, we're definitely thrilled and ready to get this thing kicked off on Saturday night against Birmingham Southern at 6 p.m. in Callaway Stadium.
You know, and we talked about that last night. You had mentioned that it was at 6 o'clock, and I thought, wow, so it's not a 1 o'clock kickoff, so it's not going. Do you do that a lot?
Yeah, this year we tried to help our fans out a little bit more. This wonderful heat in Georgia that we get every year. So we made the first 3 games. Well, the first 2 home games are in the evenings at 6 p.m. and then we're also going to do a mid-season game at 6 p.m. So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bigger crowd this year than what we did last year. I was excited with the crowd we had last year. I think we finished second in the conference in attendance. So we're close. We got Callaway Stadium's a great stadium, and it's a great place for people to tailgate and bring their kids to a smaller environment to a college football game and let them get to see what it's all about.
Well, I know kind of a little family ties here. My niece, who recently had her first baby, she kind of works with the cheerleaders over there, Carly Huddleston, and so my twin brother kind of really gets on to President McAlexander, I think Dan McAlexander, and says, you need to loosen up your ties. It's having fun and at homecoming. There was a crowd there, and we had a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't been to watch the LaGrange Panthers play, you need to be out there on a Saturday. It is a lot of fun, a lot of action, and if you like some high-rev offense, the Mumme Air Raid will do it for you. Hey, with that, we're going to come right back. We're going to take a short break. Come out and join us. There's still time to come out and have some fun at the Idle Hour Pub here on Main Street, or Bull Street here, downtown LaGrange. You're going to listen to Eagle Sports. We'll be right back.
For the first time ever at LaGrange, get 0% financing for 60 months on any new RAV4 in stock. You heard that right. 0% financing for 60 months on any new RAV4 right now at LaGrange Toyota. That's 0% financing for 5 full years on any new RAV4. Hurry to the Toyota annual clearance event and get 0% financing for 60 months, plus tires for life on any new RAV4 at LaGrange Toyota. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Welcome to Racetrack.
I am a very important food critic.
Are you here to review our chef's fresh sandwiches?
Yes, and they better be good. I have shut restaurants down with a single unfavorable tweet. Fresh turkey. Ripe tomato.
Tasty, right?
I'm the critic. I'll tell you if it's tasty. Oh, it's tasty. Hit me again, as they say.
Racetrack's fresh and delicious lunch. Restaurant quality, Racetrack convenience.
Atlanta's own Racetrack.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Welcome back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show here live from Idle Hour Pub, downtown LaGrange. We're talking some football. It's our first show of the year. You guys make sure that you come out each and every Tuesday night from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. We'll be talking football every night. Of course, if I've got an opportunity to host again, I'd love to. However, Jack Mormon will be sitting in every Tuesday night talking with Coach Matt Mumme. And Coach, it's the first game. You've gone through. You got opening season coming up Saturday and at 6 o'clock at Callaway Stadium. But tell me how the practice has gone so far with the kids coming in. You've been practicing now about 3 weeks?
Yeah, we got a really good group of guys. My coaches did a tremendous job recruiting this year, and we, of course, brought back about 60 guys from last fall. And the one area that, we talk about the air raid all the time, and sometimes, it overshadows the defensive guys. But, this year, in year 2 for Coach Earl Chambers, he's just done a tremendous job with those guys, and we've grown some guys up on the defensive side. And so probably one of the most exciting things to me in the last 3.5 weeks of camp has just been watching that defense run around and watching what they've been capable to do in their second year with Earl, and disguising coverages and confusing our quarterbacks and moving guys around and having a lot of moving pieces to it, and just a lot of talent running around. So, and I know Earl's here, and I'm very fortunate he's here tonight, and he can kind of talk to that a little bit.
Well, speaking of that, I love me some defense. Now, when we're going to go way back, but I was offensive tackle, but I was also Sam linebacker, and I love to hit people. And so that's fun. So tell us about your defense and how you go about what kind of scheme you're going to be running this year, Coach Chambers.
Well, I'll tell you, first and foremost, I thought our guys did a great job of actually maturing a little bit. We took some bumps and bruises last year, not only up front but in the coverage area. So we set out this spring to kind of redo our entire defense and make sure that everybody was on the same page from a communication standpoint, and making things a lot easier for them. So when we did that, I think our defense just started to kind of flow a little bit better in terms of continuity from the front end to the back. Mm-hmm. I think the main thing is, we watch film from we saw our mistakes from last season. Now what we're doing is correcting them. And not a whole lot of man coverage. We're going to be more of a zone team. Mm-hmm. We're going to gap penetrate up front, and we're going to 2-gap sometimes. So we're mainly a 4-2-5. Our Sam linebacker is a coverage guy. We don't like to have him in a box.
There you go. We're kind of what I call a freelancer, maybe.
A freelancer.
Yeah.
Never goes into the boundary.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's those guys put in a lot of time and work in making sure that we got our defense the way we wanted it.
Yeah. So as far as your main go-to guy, who's it maybe the captain? Who's the one that you're going to depend on to be the leader of that defense? Maybe it's more than one.
Yeah. The way I look at it, you have levels. At the first level, we have Nick Rowell. He's our nose guard, and he can play 3 technique as well. Mm-hmm. On the second level, Nick, we have a Mike linebacker and Lampkin, Brent. Mm-hmm.
Blair Lampkin.
Blair Lampkin. I forget these names. I got nicknames for all of them.
Everybody's got a nickname.
And in the secondary, we're looking for Brendan Penn, and Daniels to step up, become leaders at that level.
Well, I know there's a lot of folks that they enjoy the offense. What does it say? The offense generates, it sells tickets, and the defense actually wins the championships. I guess you could probably argue with that, but let's put some folks in the stands, and let's bump it up to 55, 60 points a game, and let's keep them down to maybe 7, maybe.
I'll tell you
what's your goals for this year, Coach?
If it's 55, we're going to put up. Hey, we can give up 14. How about
can you?
Be
a little more lenient on them
late in the game.
Well, it's Earl and I talk a lot about offense and defense now, and the game has just changed.
Yeah.
You look at across the nation, there's no longer these, and Nick Saban's always done a tremendous job at Alabama, but the old days of we're going to not let them score any points, it's gone. The rules cater a little bit to the offense. A lot of the offensive schemes now, you look at like what Noel Mazzoni's doing out at UCLA, what Art Briles is doing at Baylor. Of course, what Chip Kelly did at Oregon, it's a lot of pass-run option all built into one play. So you've got O-linemen running down the field blocking people, and the quarterback can pull it and still have the option to throw it. And so that's tough on a defense. And so, for us, like when Earl and I talk about it, it's like, hey, if we give up 350 yards but we only give up 14 points, that's a win.
I agree.
You're not going to be mad that, you only had – that you gave up the 350 if the score's on the right side. So, I know Earl will do a great job, and he'll get things done for us over there.
And you're right. My philosophy about the defense, you as you watch a game progress, I know from the booth we've called for years, and it looks like the defense tends to get more tired or tired quicker than, say, the offense. Well, first of all, my explanation from my son was the offense knows the snap of the ball. And typically, they're doing maybe some zone blocking where the defense is running sideline to sideline. They're pursuing the football, and they're going to get tired quicker. So you really got to work on your depth, your substitution, because you're going to wear that, especially with an offense like you're running. Right. If you're defending against it, you're going to have some guys that need to be in good shape, which I know they are.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you this. We had 3 goals. Our first goal was to limit big plays. That's the one area we want to clean up. Limit the big plays. Our second goal was to keep them out, keep them from scoring. And our third goal was to create more turnovers. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you create more turnovers, you're off the field.
That's right.
We preaching those things daily, so hopefully, on Saturday those things show up and we can get our offense back on the field so they can be on the field for 100 plays, not the defense.
I got you. That's good strategy, good goals to have. Hey, with that in mind, we're going to take a short break. You're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show here live from the Idle Hour Pub on Eagle Sports. We'll be right back.
For the first time ever at LaGrange Toyota, get 0% financing for 72 months on any new Camry in stock. You heard that right. 0% financing for 72 months on any new Camry. Right now at LaGrange Toyota. That's 0% financing for 6 full years on any new Camry. Hurry to the Toyota annual clearance event and get 0% financing for 72 months. Plus tires for life on any new Camry at LaGrange Toyota. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now. Mm-hmm.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So, go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
Welcome back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show live from Idle Hour Pub. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Matt Mumme and defensive coordinator Earl Chambers, and we're talking LaGrange College Panther football as we're getting ready for the season opener Saturday, 6 p.m. at Callaway Stadium. And guys, we left to the commercial break talking about some goals for defense and how you got your different layers and different leaders on defense. And Coach Mumme, let's talk about some more of those leaders that you've got on your team as a whole.
Yeah, so like we did last year, we had 3 spots that were player of the game. So we had a defensive player of the game, offensive player of the game, and a special teams player of the game. And this year, we're very fortunate for all of our sponsors out there. BSN Sports, which provides us with all our equipment, is going to sponsor the special teams spot. Kemp's Carpet here in town, which has done a lot of work for us, that has really been great in making our locker room look great, is going to do the offensive spot this year. And then Hutchinson Trailer, who does my wife and I's insurance, and I think Coach Chambers' insurance, and I think a lot of stuff for the school, and those guys do a great job. They're going to be the defensive player of the week. So, really for all these people, the players of the week this week are going to be, to announce our captains for the 2015 season. And Coach Chambers already kind of talked about a couple of these guys. Sean Nichols is a defensive lineman that plays up front, that's a senior, that's going to be a captain for us, and he was very deserving of that spot. Nick Raja, who was one of his linebackers that he was talking about, kind of plays that outside spot, had migrated down from safety last year into the box, and now will have had a full year of being linebacker, so he'll do a great job there for us. And then Nick Rowell, that guy that he was talking about up front, that can be a 1 technique or a 3 technique. Flipping over to the offensive side of the ball, we didn't really have a lot of surprises here when captains were elected. Ryan Holland is our senior offensive lineman. He's going to start at right guard for us this year, and he's got a group of guys around him that are really young. They're sophomores and freshmen, and so he's really going to be the foundation of that group up front. And then, of course, leaning on our receivers, we've got 3 receivers that have combined for 227 receptions in 2 years, and 2 of those guys have been elected captain, and that's Marcellus Jackson, who's a speedy wideout on the left, and then Irvin's OG, who's our possession receiver on the right side of the ball.
So now to talk about the new quarterback, and everybody's kind of like in the NFL right now, everybody's looking at, well, who's the new quarterback? Who's going to be named the quarterback of different teams? So tell us about your new quarterback. I know you got to have somebody new that's kind of following Craig.
Yeah, Graham Craig was a great quarterback and did a tremendous job for us. And we were lucky enough to go out and recruit a guy named Connor Blair last year. So last year was his freshman year. Mm-hmm. And he played in this offense in high school for a guy named Mark Beach, who's now the offense coordinator at Tift County High School. And so he played. He knows how it all works. He knows how the system works, and so that's a little bit of the advantage he had going into camp. I don't really think it was too much of a competition. It was just a matter of him going in and getting reps, because that, at this point in time, he hasn't started a college football game, and Saturday night he's going to get his shot. And so he has a lot of upside to him. He's a big old boy. He's about 6'3 and a half, 6'4".
Wow.
210, and he runs decent enough to hurt defenses. And his job is just to not get caught with the ball. Be sure you get it in the running back's hands or get it in the receiver's hands and let them do the magic.
And we talk where I come from. We talk about putting your best field general, not necessarily your best athlete at quarterback. And what you just said kind of epitomizes that. Is put the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Don't make mistakes.
Right.
Read the defense good, and you can score some points.
Right. And Coach Chambers, touching on the point of the turnovers, like we played my dad last week in the scrimmage at the University of Alabama, and they, we might have lost the game. We didn't really keep score. It's kind of a little more like an NFL deal, but they got 6 turnovers, and we only turned it over once. And so that was really, and they've done that all camp. They've been able to force, our ones and our twos into turnovers. And so at the end of practice, I was really excited to always be like, hey, guys, keep doing that, because that's great. Because last year, like Coach Chambers said, that was something we were on the wrong end of, and we really feel like moving forward this year, if we can limit our turnovers on offense and they can continue to get the ball back for us, great things are going to happen.
Yeah. Just a matter of focus. When you focus on something like, I want to reduce these mistakes, I want to create more turnovers for the defense, get the offense back on the field, that will improve. It's whatever you focus on. So it sounds like the fans are going to be in for a real exciting football game, both offensively and defensively this Saturday. With all this going on in the preseason camps and the workouts, and it's been so hot and grueling, what are some of the things let's change a little momentum here. What are some of the things that maybe you've done to make it fun for the guys over the last 3 or 4 weeks?
Well, one thing we do a lot of, and I kind of always play this off Coach Chambers. I think sometimes he'd rather not hear the music, but we do listen to music at practice. But another thing we did this year was, my wife and I will sit up late at night and watch Jimmy Fallon, do a little lip sync contest, and it kind of cracked me up. So it got me to thinking. I said, well, you know what? Let's do a lip sync contest this year and make all those guys get up there and show off and have some fun with it. And just, it's when you have a grueling day of camp, it's nice to just kind of go unwind at night and know that your coaches like to cut up and have a good time also, and brings us all closer together and makes us more of a family.
Totally agree. There's a time for for seriousness, and then there's a time to kick back and kick your feet up and have some fun. So which one of you coaches actually got up there and lip sync?
Well, I think it was great because Coach Chambers, all the kids turned around and I'll let Coach Chambers kind of tell what happened. So.
Well, they looked at me like I was going to go up there, and I told them if we won the conference, I'd do whatever song they want me to do. So
yeah,
we got a running bet going. So if we win, I'll lip sync.
Have you thought about what you're going to do? This?
It's on
Al Green, maybe.
I was going to let them.
You got that voice,
We got a ways to go. So
right, well, that's something to look.
I'm singing.
That's something to look forward to. Hey, something that you can look forward to each and every week right here at Idlehour Pub, Tuesday night, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Come on out, join the fun. It's going to be a good season. I'm feeling it already. With that, we're going to take a short break. I'm Greg Hicks, your host, along with head coach Matt Mumme and defensive coordinator Earl Chambers. We'll be right back on Eagle Sports.
For the first time ever at LaGrange Toyota, get 0% financing for 60 months on any new RAV4 in stock. You heard that right. 0% financing for 60 months on any new RAV4 right now at LaGrange Toyota. That's 0% financing for 5 full years on any new RAV4. Hurry to the Toyota annual clearance event and get 0% financing for 60 months, plus tires for life on any new RAV4 at LaGrange Toyota. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
I don't know about you ladies, but I love to keep my car clean. The only problem is my schedule. I just don't have time to wash it myself. But I have found the place to go. LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. They have great prices, and I always feel comfortable there. They do an amazing job. And if that's not enough to get you to give them a try, they also get you in and out in no time. LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. Open 8:30 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Just look for the giant gorilla at the LaGrange Car Wash.
Welcome to Racetrack.
I am a very important food critic.
Are you here to review our chef's fresh sandwiches?
Yes, and they better be good. I have shut restaurants down with a single unfavorable tweet. Fresh turkey. Ripe tomato.
Tasty, right?
I'm the critic. I'll tell you if it's tasty. Oh, it's tasty. Hit me again, as they say.
Racetrack's fresh and delicious lunch. Restaurant quality, racetrack convenience.
Atlanta's own Racetrack.
Welcome back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show. We're here live from the Idlehour Pub on Bull Street, downtown LaGrange. You guys come on out and join us. The food has just got to the table, so I know that Coleman Weiss is sitting over there and his mouth is already full. He's going to share. I know he is. But, we were going to break. We were talking about, having some fun. And so let's transition that and getting ready to have some fun for Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. And we're going to be opening up with Birmingham Southern. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the Birmingham Southern.
Yeah, I'll let Earl go first. But, Coach Garfinkel has been over at Birmingham Southern since 2008. And he's really done a tremendous job with that program. And he's won that conference over there a couple of times. And this has been a grueling battle between LaGrange College and Birmingham Southern. This will be the 8th time, I believe, we've played, and Birmingham Southern has won 5 of those, and they had won 5 in a row. LaGrange had won 2, and then Birmingham Southern won 5, and then we won last year to kind of try and pull it back our way. But we're looking forward to it, and I'll let Coach Chambers kind of talk about what he's going to see offensively.
Well, I'll tell you, offensively. They do a lot to kind of make you worry. They give you a lot of formations, a lot of different personnels. They're heavy run-oriented type of team, so we got to be very good at making sure our fits are correct. What I see is a team that's going to be hungry. They won 1 game last year. Don't know what you're going to expect. Obviously, they're going to change some things up, but all we can go on is what we saw last year. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to make adjustments based on things that they install for this year. But I worry, just making sure our guys transition through the personnels and making sure we're looking at putting our eyes where they're supposed to be. Other than that, I'm looking for a great battle from them to see what they're going to do differently.
Question, we typically, wait until halftime to make the big adjustments. But do you tend to make adjustments if you see something, oh, wow, I didn't notice that, let's call them over, let's make some adjustments on the fly?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been making adjustments since the spring. So they're all up here in my head. So I have an idea. I have a call sheet that has predictions or what if. Mm-hmm. Scenarios that may arise, but our guys they're learning so much football right now. I think they can transition through all that and communicate and make sure they get us in the right call.
Perfect.
So whatever we see, I think we're going to be fine with.
I know you'll be on top of your game. Coach Mumme, from a defensive standpoint, what do you expect to see from Birmingham Southern Saturday evening?
Yeah, they were real heavy seniors last year. They lost 10 guys, and so they're going to bring back a a youthful secondary and some youthful linebackers and a couple of D linemen that are seniors but haven't necessarily really played. So, I agree with Coach Chambers in that, they're going to come out energized. We've constantly talked to our guys all week about, being excited, being ready for a battle. It's a rivalry battle. We beat them on their turf last year in double overtime, and they're going to be ready. So we got to be ready. And so offensively, I think the key for us is up front. I think the battle's going to start in the O-line, and so I feel like if those guys can, if we can kind of, I hate to kind of use this term, is like weather the initial storm of their excitement up front on the defensive line, I think we'll be okay. We want to get our running backs going. They're typically a 4-2 defense, cover 4, cover 2, cover 3, a little mixture in the back end, and so really Connor's just going to have to be smart. Get us into the run plays when they're giving them to us, and try to get the quick hitters out to our wideouts and really try to move the ball. Keep the defense off the field and try to produce points every time we're out there.
You said something about produce points and keep the ball, keep possession. Do you set some goals for yourself this year as far as each game or time of possession or something that you're looking for that you want to key on?
Yeah, I don't. The one thing I always tell our whole entire team is just, the most important play is the next play. And no matter what happens, if you throw a touchdown or you throw a pick or we fumble a ball or something bad happens, it's the next play. If something great happens, it's still the next play. It doesn't matter. And so, I think for us is just to focus on that and focus on the one that's right in front of us.
You got it. Couldn't take any better advice than that. Hey, with that, we're going to take a short break. Here, we're live at Idle Hour Pub here on Bull Street, downtown LaGrange, every Tuesday night from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. You guys come on out, enjoy some food and some fun, and let's talk LaGrange College football. We'll be right back on Eagle Sports.
For the first time ever at LaGrange Toyota, get 0% financing for 72 months on any new Camry in stock. You heard that right. 0% financing for 72 months on any new Camry. Right now at LaGrange Toyota. That's 0% financing for 6 full years on any new Camry. Hurry to the Toyota annual clearance event and get 0% financing for 72 months. Plus tires for life on any new Camry at LaGrange Toyota. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Welcome back live at the Idle Hour Pub here, downtown LaGrange. I'm your host, Greg Hicks, along with head coach Matt Mumme and defensive coordinator Earl Chambers. We're talking Matt Mumme Air Raid Show, LaGrange College football, as we get set for the season opener this Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Home game, Callaway Stadium, and against Birmingham Southern. And we came off commercial break talking about what we can expect from Birmingham Southern, both offensively and defensively, and kind of what your game plan is from a defensive standpoint and an offensive standpoint. We talk about you guys are playing in the USA South, and kind of take us through that just a little bit as we kind of wrap things up tonight's show.
Yeah, I think what people don't realize is that in college football it's a battle every week. And in Division III we only get 10 games. And so you got to make the most of those games. If you want to win a conference championship, you're going to have to win 8 games to get it done. And so, with our guys, every week they got to bring their A game. I mean, they got to be focused. They got to practice for 4 or 5 days and then get out there on Saturday and execute. And so that's the number one thing. In the USA South, they've got Huntington picked. which is a rivalry for us, right over there in Montgomery. And last year, Coach Turk does a great job. And the last 2 years, we've been able to beat them. And then, Maryville up in Tennessee does a tremendous job, and Methodist up in North Carolina. And so all three of those guys are picked in front of us. And so, our goals are set high this year. I think, Coach Chambers and I know where we want to be at the end of the deal when the smoke clears. But, all we can do is just really focus on one, and that's Birmingham Southern right now.
You got it. The most important game is the next game of the season. We got some opportunities for you guys. Come out and join us, but not only join us here live at the Idle Hour Pub, but you got an opportunity to advertise with Coach Mumme at the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show. You guys contact him at LaGrange College. We would love to have you advertise with us. With that, we're going to wrap things up live from Idle Hour Pub. Each and every Tuesday night, 7:30 to 8, live. Be here with us. I've enjoyed it tonight, Coach. Good luck on Saturday. You too, Coach Chambers. All right. Well, you're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Show on Eagle Sports.
Thanks for listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid live from the Idle Hour Pub on WELR Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com with Greg Hicks as your host and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme. The Matt Mumme Air Raid was brought to you in part by LaGrange Toyota.